See, I'm not the only teacher who uses bullet points, but it helps with specificity. And that's what this is all about. When you're doing expository teaching, you want to be as specific as possible, and you want to get your students attentive to specific things so that you're getting your information across efficiently. So there was an educator by the name of Ausubel who came up with this idea of advance organizers that you introduce at the beginning of a lesson to get students to focus on exactly what it is you want them to focus on and begin to see why this is going to be a lesson important to you. So basically it starts with, this is what we're going to be learning today. Okay? You speak, as a teacher, you speak and you say, okay, today we're going to learn about XYZ. And this is why it's relevant to your understanding. This is why it's relevant to your life. This is why it's relevant to your previous learning. You have to fill in the blanks to fit the occasion. But the idea is that not only do you tell students what it is we're about to learn, but also why we're learning it and how it relates to everything else we have been learning. Especially important if you are covering a topic in a series of lessons, and this is the second, third, or fourth in the series. You want to make sure that they understand how this lesson today relates to yesterday's lesson and the lesson before that, so that it all fits together in their mind. You can't make an assumption that just because you've sequenced your lessons logically doesn't mean that they understand the logic of your sequencing or that they remember the logic of your sequencing. So instead, you very, very specifically pinpoint, this is what we're learning, this is why we're learning it, and this is how it relates to what we have been learning. And finally, in order to really understand today's lesson, here are the vocabulary words you need to know in advance. You need to know this word and what it means, so that when you run across it in my speaking, or you run across it in your reading of the textbook, or you run across it in your research, oh yeah, you'll understand what it means and you won't have to stop or gloss over it. You'll know how it all relates. So these are advanced organizers to get students prepared to learn efficiently in expository teaching methods. So look into this a little bit more with supplemental readings and review questions, and review this a little bit too.